This is where the fun begins.
Hello there.
What's going on, guys? Unofficial Star Wars here. Hope you're all doing well. And in today's video, we have an update here for the Obi Wan Kenobi show. So, without further ado, we're gonna hop right on into it. Rupert Friend, the actor for the Grand Inquisitor in live action for the Obi Wan Kenobi show, has recently shared some thoughts and opinions and some teases here for the up and coming Obi Wan Kenobi show. As always, I'm gonna have that full article linked down in the description down below. Reading from the direct, let's hop into it. There's one character that Star Wars fans have been begging to see the return of for the Star Wars franchise for some time now, Obi Wan Kenobi. Thankfully, that day is almost here with Ewan McGregor's upcoming Disney Plus series, Obi Wan Kenobi. The story is set to take place in between Revenge of the Sith and A New Hope, and will fall also a couple of years before the events of Star Wars Rebels. Past that, not much plot information has been really confirmed out there. However, what fans do know is that Hayden Christensen will be reprising his role as Anakin Skywalker / Darth Vader to go up against his master once more. The very first trailer for the show also teased the involvement of the Inquisitors. Among them was their leader, the Grand Inquisitor, played by Rupert Friend. No doubt the entire group will exchange blows with Kenobi as they fulfill their request to extinguish the remains of the Jedi Order. But who else could appear in the series? During a recent red carpet event, Rupert Friend was in attendance, and in response to a question by the press, the actor teased the many cameos fans could very well expect here for the Obi-Wan Kenobi show. As I always say here on the channel, the most reputable sources out there have to be the cast and crew members themselves, the people that are actually working on the shows themselves. That goes for anything, whether it's the Obi-Wan Kenobi show, Andor, or The Mandalorian. The actual actors themselves and cast and crew members and producers, directors, people that actually have worked on the show themselves has to be the most trustworthy sources out there. Continuing, as the article goes on to say, during a red carpet interview with Hey You Guys for his next Netflix series, Anatomy of Scandal, Rupert Friend was asked how excited fans should be for the upcoming series on Obi-Wan Kenobi. The actor who plays the Grand Inquisitor exclaimed that for him, in quotes, the series is one of the most thrilling additions to the Star Wars canon, end quote there, and how there are, quote, wonderful cameos from people and Easter egg galore, ending quote once more. Now, furthermore, a much larger quote here from Rupert Friend here that I'm going to read here in just a moment goes on to say, in quotes, if it's possibly any more excited than folks already are, I would be. I think the series is one of the most thrilling additions to the Star Wars canon. I think Ewan McGregor is doing things with a role that is a dream for fans of the original trilogy. You know, we can't obviously have Genius come back, who is the original Obi-Wan Kenobi in the original trilogy, but I just think Ian was absolutely born to play that part, and wonderful cameos from people I obviously can't tell you, but Easter eggs galore. Yeah, it's a thrilling ride, ending quote there from Rupert Friend, the Grand Inquisitor actor himself. So with that, let's take a deeper dive on who exactly could really show up at this time period in the Star Wars franchise. So who could really possibly show up here? As the article goes on to mention, the list is nearly endless. First of all, the first player that comes to mind is a Force version of Qui-Gon Jinn. In fact, it would be kind of disappointing if he didn't end up making some type of cameo in the series. It seems like the fans' outlet to allow Liam Neeson to show his face one more time in the Star Wars franchise, and during this time period as Obi-Wan Kenobi is in exile, he kind of needs to learn like the whole idea of Force ghosts and how they work here. So whether or not this is an interaction between his old master Qui-Gon Jinn or possibly also Master Yoda and him could also very well team up in some point in time here and come together to kind of really meditate in the Force and figure out how to do the whole Force ghost thing. That also probably including having Qui-Gon Jinn there as well. It's something I'm probably going to talk about in a separate video here on the channel as well. The show has also been said to have Clone Wars flashbacks, and this here is a very common thing out there that a lot of Star Wars fans out there are talking about, and in my own thoughts and opinions, I would be honestly kind of disappointed if we didn't have any type of flashbacks going on here with the Star Wars Obi-Wan Kenobi show here. If true, this opens up the door to seeing the likes of Captain Rex or Commander Cody, maybe even a younger Ahsoka Tano in her earlier days, which is something that we're destined to see here in the upcoming Ahsoka Tano series for 2023. And even then, if they weren't to appear here in Clone Wars flashbacks, Captain Rex and Commander Cody, I would very well like to see them in the present time of where the Obi-Wan Kenobi show is also taking place here, not necessarily completely in flashbacks, because yes, they are actually out there, and it's a huge question for what they're actually doing out there. The direct article goes on to say even Hondo the Pirate could show up, given his rapport in the animated series with Obi-Wan. The two had quite the bond going on. The bounty hunter Cad Bane is even even a bigger choice, I think, out there in my own thoughts and opinions after seeing the Book of Boba Fett and how they really were able to bring it to live action. He would also make a lot of sense giving his awesome live action introduction to the audience in the final 2 episodes of the Book of Boba Fett. As the article mentions, there have been plenty of rumors teasing that fans will see more Jedi in the show as well, and possibly even Senator Organa as well. But what about anybody from the cast of Star Wars Rebels? Kanan and Ezra's appearances are unlikely due to the show's timeline in relation to Obi WAN Kenobi and how both believe the Jedi long dead. This same sentiment goes towards Darth Maul as well. Maybe a young Hera or Sabine could also show up, but their place in Obi-Wan's story doesn't really seem too organic on the surface and wouldn't really make all that much more sense. For me, I feel like a lot of the Star Wars Rebels characters are really going to show up in the Ahsoka Tano series in the live action form here for the Star Wars franchise, if for anything, because they don't really fit too well in the Obi-Wan Kenobi show. Maybe Kanan could reach out to Obi-Wan Kenobi, meditating, much like we saw Grogu do with Luke in the finale, season 2 of The Mandalorian, but even then, I just don't feel like it would really, I guess, get anywhere with the overall show. Sure, they could meet up, and then it would be kind of like, well, now what? Do we rebuild the order? And that doesn't really work all that much. The article goes on to say maybe Lucasfilm will surprise everyone with an up-and-coming bounty hunter named Din Djarin crossing paths with the Master Jedi, even only for a split second, and even at that, he would be very, very young, but I would not be opposed to this because it would be absolutely legendary. Or maybe even Samuel L. Jackson's Mace Windu has been alive all this time and has been waiting to steal McGregor's spotlight for years. Only time will tell, as the article says, and of course, yes, you gotta throw in the hashtag Mace Windu lives here. If you guys have been here on the channel long enough, you would know my thoughts and opinions on that. Definitely do plan to do a separate video in the future talking about every possible character in the Star Wars timeline that could show up here, of where it makes sense here for the Obi-Wan Kenobi show. So hit that subscribe button and that notification bell to be notified when new videos come out. If you guys are into any type of Star Wars news, leaks, rumors, theories, and breakdowns, that's exactly what we do here on the channel, so hit the subscribe button and the notification bell to join us today. Of course, as always, I want to know all of your thoughts and opinions in the comment section down below. I'd absolutely love to hear what you guys all think. What type of cameos would you like to see here for the Obi-Wan Kenobi show? I'd absolutely love to hear you guys all think. Drop a like in the video if you enjoy it, as it really does help with the channel, and check out Instagram and official Star Wars for more Star Wars related content, guys. Thanks so much for watching today's video. As always, may the Force be with you. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.